Welcome back, Space Cats! It's time for another playthrough of Monster Loves You. So let's see what our monster can get up today. So, remember from last time, we just grew up and now we are a big monster and we have to enter the big bad world. Alright, let's go for an adventure in town. Could do with a bit more ferocity. That looks like a ferocious face. Let's give this a Outside your house, Nash charges from a nearby bush and sends you tumbling. Challenge! She screams at the top of her voice. It's on! Leap at her and crush her. Square off and wait for Nash to make a mistake. Take turns slapping each other. Decline her challenge. No, we are gonna crush Nash. Splat! Flattened under your bottom, Nash admits defeat. She was always weak to attacks from above. Okay. What other mischief can we get into? This mosquito. After the rain, the last puddles linger. Looking into one, you see hundreds of tiny wriggling bugs. Eat the little bugs. Splash in the puddle. Look at the little bugs. Could eat them, but I can't imagine mosquitoes would be very delicious. Could splash in the puddle for sure. Or we could just look at the little bugs. I kind of feel a bit whimsical today, so we're gonna splash in the puddle. That was ferocious. All right. You leap and spin, dance and hop, whirl and stomp, stumble and splash. The puddle is scattered in all directions. The bugs are dead, but who cares? They're just bugs after all. Oh, that took a different turn than I thought it would. Let's go see who has an opinion. You're not sure exactly how, but the conversation in Portland Square has turned into a bragging contest. Suddenly, everyone looks at you, waiting. Let someone else go first. Boast of your courage. Refuse to boast. You're a good enough monster that you don't need to. Are we? Kind of want to boast to make. You tell everyone how little meaning fear has for you, and as you speak, you feel just a little bit braver. Then Blister Tree asks, "What about humans?" What about humans? Blister Tree asks, "What if you met a human in the forest? Just one. What would you do?" Say that you'd run and hide. Brag that you'd walk right up to the human. Say that you'd hide, but watch the human in case it came close to Omen. Well, I want to be a ferocious, brave, and honest monster, so I would like to walk right up. Ah, I totally would've! Alright. Everyone stares at you. They clearly did not believe a word you've just said. Okay. I definitely thought I was being honest. Look at this. I'm known for honesty. 41 out of 100. Ah. Alright. Shifty face. Don't steer me wrong. Small crowd gathers in the square. Prudence and Gritmitten are in some kind of argument. Go see what they're arguing about. Ignore the crowd. Why wouldn't... we're here for a reason, so let's go see what they're arguing about. Nash whispers to you. Gritmitten says he saw a human wearing a coat made from a monster's hide. What? Prudence says she saw it too, but it was just a costume. You watch the elders discuss the situation, calmly and quietly, with only a little clawing and spitting. Offer to help resolve the conflict. Humans are dangerous. Leave the elders to it. Investigate this by running off to the human city of Carmen. Listen to the debate more. Oh. Okay. You set out, but before you're halfway through the whale mist, you find yourself caught. Hamrag shakes you and tosses you to the ground. Fight the elder. Give in to Hamrag's authority. No, we're gonna fight the elder. Hamrag holds you back with one paw until you go tired. Okay. Hamrag says, "You know better than to go so close to the humans. You're too young." He drags you back to Omen and leaves you there. Darn it. The debate rises into shouting and rock throwing a few times, but it's mostly civil. Prudence keeps shaking her head and smiling, as though Gritmitten is a fool or a monsterling. What does that do to Gritmitten's temper? That makes Gritmitten's temper flare like lightning, naturally. Watching and listening. Gritmitten says humans have made clothing out of monsters. Prudence insists that he's mistaken. Neither shows any sign of backing down. The other elders wander away. Perhaps now the arguers will listen to you. Vroom vroom goes the motorcycle. Okay. They do seem to be paying attention to you. Yes. Support Gritmitten. He's smart. Support Prudence. She's smarter. Talking stinks. Mess with them. I think Prudence is probably right. I can't imagine, like, given how strong a monster is, and given what I know of humans being one, that, I mean, maybe they'd make a cloak or something out of a monster hide, but these monsters are kind of gross. Like, I don't think their skin would be very good for hiding and tanning, and you probably screwed up the first time. I think they'd notice if a bunch of their population had, like, suddenly died or, like, disappeared. So, I'm gonna hazard a guess it's probably a costume, because we love monster costumes for Halloween. So we're gonna support Prudence. Prudence nods to you and says, "See? I'm always right. Humans wear clothes all the time. This fool just thinks some animal's hide is from one of us. Some slimy animal, perhaps. Yeah, like a big furry snail." Yes. I thought you were saying it was a costume, Prudence. What happened? Okay, let's go for the figure in the mist. You, Nash, and Gobclaws hide in the stand of prickly thorn bushes, watching human children run back to their bus. What's that they left? Shiny, red, round things. It's a scooter! Mine! Battle Nash, and Gobclaws for it. Firsties! Race to the scooter to claim it. Oh, okay. You all charge out of the bushes, only to trip over each other, and land in a big pile of feathers, scales, and fur. Now what? Mine! Refuse to be defeated. Sharing is caring. Let Nash win? No. Kicking the others in the face, you lunge towards the scooter, only to be tripped at the last second by Nash. She scoots away, laughing at you. Okay. Darn it. I would like to sing. Gobclaws found a human artifact, a black circle. She shows it to you very carefully. Look, it has grooves on it. Take a closer look. Smash it with a rock. Try to suss out its purpose. Let's try to suss out its purpose. You hold up the black circle, looking at it, tapping it with your claws, and tasting it with your tongue. Gobclaw says, I tried that already. It must be a hat. Put it on your head. It's a human weapon. Get rid of it. I like the idea of a hat. The other monsters are impressed by your impromptu fashion show. Gobclaws thanks you as she takes back her new hat and waddles away. Alright. One more adventure left. Sunshine. Elder Marinus leads you, Blistertree, and Varrock into the forest. She points to a stand of purple berry bushes and says, Eat your fill, little ones. Ask her what this is about. Eat every berry in sight. Eat only some of the berries. So, what's this all about? Really? Marinus smiles down at you. I noticed the berries were ripe, that's all. What, are you afraid they'll make your tummy hurt? Of course not. Oh. It's only some... Really? You exercise restraint, consuming berries until you're full and no more. Elder Marinus says, it's alright, you can eat more if you want to. Chip 2, hold back. Oh. Varrock gorges himself on berries, eating and eating until his skinny little body is plump and quivering. Blistertree has stopped eating, just like you. What happens next? Marinus rolls Varrock back into town, where the young monster is squeezed until all his slime has oozed out. The slime is purple. And delicious. Is Varrock okay? He's unconscious, but he seems no worse for the wear. What happens to the berry's lime juice? Elder Hamrag makes pancakes for everyone, and the sticky purple stuff turns out to make a delicious syrup. Okay. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and have become an adult. You have been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Trying to sleep here, fight them! Who, what, the where, why now? They tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken into the woods. Okay. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Get on, getting on. The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. Yell at them. Okay, we can wait patiently. Yell at them to hurry up, or take a nap. I'm going to yell at them to hurry up. Some of the monsters flinch when you raise your voice. It's gratifying, but it doesn't seem to make their deliberations any less deliberate. Eventually, though, they come to a decision. About bloody time! A ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you, while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Wait, what's happening? Do your part in this ceremony of adulation. Yes. I don't want to lose points for not knowing what's going on. The other monsters hold you in some respect. 5 out of a possible 100 points. Good for them. Someone calls you clever. A roar of approval rises from the crowd. You knew it! All the monsters in the circle begin to hum, growl, and sing. It's a traditional serenade to the snake moon. During the serenade, figure out a counterpoint and impress them. Yes! Impressive! Everyone cheers at you as you improve the song in an entirely new way. Accept their cheers, now to compose a new and better tune. Yes! You whip up an extemporaneous melody that rocks them where they stand. The monsters ooh and ah. Some of them start humming the new tune. They'll be humming it for days. Now then, here's how we're doing. So it looks like we're brave. Wow, we're very clever. Moderately ferocious. Moderately honest. Oh, not very kind at all. Oh dear. And we've gotten some respect, so that's pretty good. So you're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. Onward to adulthood! Goodness, there's so much to do. You can politic with the monsters, or explore the whale mist. Oh, decisions. Alright, here we go. Let's see what the options are here. Looks like a bunch of faces, some snakes. I can politic? What's politicking? I haven't done any politicking. We've gone exploring a lot, so let's go talk to other people. Balfog and Gritmitten are arguing in the street over a cat. They both want kitty croquets for lunch. Sounds yummy, so what's the problem? Balfog says he caught the cat, but Gritmitten says it was in his larder before it got out. Both monsters turn to you as a neutral party to decide. Finders, eaters. Clearly, the cat is Balfog's. Try to make everyone happy. Balfog holds the cat close, stroking it absently. The cat mews and rubs its head against the chitness gripper. Ask Balfog if, just this once, sharing is on the table, along with the cat. Demand to hold the cat while you mediate the dispute. Ha! Balfog hands the cat to you. What do you think? I caught it fair and square, so it should be mine, right? Take a bite out of the cat to test it. Cut the cat in half and let Balfog pick the half he wants. Give the cat to Gritmitten. An unexpected choice. Why did you do it? Because it's funny to watch Balfog sputter. Because Gritmitten will probably give you a share of it later. Ow! It doesn't. Neener, neener, neener. What? Damn it. Bad at politics. Okay, let's try again. Blister Tree comes to you, flapping her winglets and clenching her claws. Moopsie Moral is looking for me. I overslept. I missed the hairy hare hunt! Okay. Blister Tree suddenly leaps to the top of a garbage can, spreads her winglets, and glides away. Weird. Just then, Moopsie Moral rolls into Portland Square. Pen and pad grasped in her thin claws. Did you see Blister Tree come through here? I want to make sure everyone knows the truth. Tell her Blister Tree overslept. Claim ignorance, no comment. Well, you know, we're not very kind anyway. So I guess Moopsie laughs and prints the story. Her quote is an instant hit. So the elders start calling Bliss Tree Blizz Tree. Well, at least no one will miss the next hairy hare hunt, right? Oh, so bad at politics. Let's go digging. Digging looks good. You look over your garden. Garden? Garden! Most hovels have gardens. Many monsters don't care, but some like to show off their herbs, spices, and flowers. How's it looking? There are so many rocks there. Even if you don't feel like planting things, it looks bad. These rocks ought to go. Stupid rocks, kick one! Start digging. Forget it. Be one of those monsters who doesn't care about gardens. Well, okay, kicking one isn't going to help the situation, so let's start digging. All this work is a lot harder than you expected. You're not a natural digger like Molefoot or Shovel Shovel. Shovel Shovel? Keep at it. Do all the work yourself. Take a break. This is hard. Shovel Shovel? Not all monsters pick good names. Just be glad you're not one of them. Okay. So we're gonna keep at it. Do all the work yourself. You dig, 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 dig. It's hard, but you eventually get better at it. Dig, dig, dig! Okay, enough digging for now. Dig, dig, dig! When you're done, the garden looks much better. All that digging turned over the earth too. That's probably a good thing. Catch your breath! The spine doctor, out for a stroll, stops to compliment your work ethic. You're not sure what an ethic is? Bet she always talks like that. Look at this! More respect! Okay. You know, we're pretty strong. Or pointy finger. Strong? Strong. All of Omen is abuzz. Elders glare angrily at everyone, then look back at the broken sign at the town gate. You look down at the little piece of the sign you're holding and blush. Wait, what did you do again? Yes? Coming back from the hunt, you were so full of high spirits that you jumped up and slapped the side. You just slapped a little too hard with your claws. Oh. Yes? Bliss Tree spots a bit of the sign that you're holding. Hey, don't tell anyone you broke it. It'll get fixed. This will all blow over. It's just a little wind that blows nobody any good. Bygones will be bygones. What's she going on about? Bliss Tree is often accused of thinking she knows everything. This includes human cliches. All of them. Bliss Tree says, I can take care of this. Look, I took a bit of the sign too. I can slip some into Virok's hair when he isn't looking. Nobody ever believes him since he's always lying and stealing things. No, come forth and admit your accidental crime. Stay silent. We're going to admit because we're trying to be an honest monster. Lost respect? Really? Alright. All the gathered elders scowl at you. They take turns chewing you out, which for monsters is a more literal expression than you might expect. Ragged and bloody, you creep back to your hovel to heal. Ouch. You take solace in the fact that your honor is intact. You messed up, but you told the truth, and everyone will remember that. Okay. How's my honesty doing? 47? Okay. Still not very honest. Okay, now we're gonna do the pointy finger, and then we're gonna go exploring the Whale Mist. You show your newest collection of human artifacts to your neighbors. They seem suitably impressed and listen in. Say more. The truth is, you just found them in the woods, but everyone seems so interested, it would be a shame to let them down. Monsters do love a story, so you could stretch the truth. Lie big. Tell them you tricked a human. Lie just a little lie to keep things interesting. Tell the straight truth. By the time you're halfway done with the tale of your peaceful walk back to Omen with the artifacts, Hamrag is fast asleep and everyone else has gone home. Well, at least you were true to yourself. Alright, let's explore the Whale Mist. Sword in the Stone, always a promising, daring adventure. You find a red hood and a basket in the middle of the forest path. A human house is nearby. Funny, you never noticed it before. There's a white picket fence out front. Creepy, stay away. Circle the pretty little house. Take the hood and basket home. I kind of want to see more, so let's circle the house. There's a great deal of blood in the yard, along with a half-dead wolf coughing weakly. Kill the wolf? Ask the wolf what happened. Woodcutters, friend. You can't trust them. Beware their axes and even worse than knives. The wolf finishes dying. Bow your head in respect. Take and eat the wolf's carcass. Bow in respect. I mean, I don't know. You're not sure if you're respecting the human capacity for killing or the wolf's perfectly timed last words, but before you can come to a decision, you've grown bored. Take and eat the wolf's carcass, be on your way. Well, sure, let's take and eat it. You haul the strangely heavy carcass back home. An elder points out a sewn-up gash down the wolf's belly and says it was good work. Take credit for the woodcutter's surgical precision. Admit it was someone else who cut the wolf open. We were really honest, but I kinda want to take credit. Ah, yay, we're respectful. The elder is impressed. You open the gash and find stones inside the wolf. How odd. Yeah, we're fine. We're totally honest. It's close enough. Close enough. Whew. Fight? Fighting. You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly, it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. Perfect. Tear it apart. Run away! Run away! Tear it apart. The elk charges, and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest. But instead of a heart, you find nothing? The elk turns, catches you with its antlers, and flings you into a tree. What the? The elk bounds away. It's unkillable. There is nothing unkillable. After it! Leave the elk in the woods, return to Omen and warn everyone about the strange elk. There's nothing unkillable. You keep chasing the elk until it pauses to drink from a stream. You spring at it without fear and tear it limb from limb, head from body, antler from skull. Rawr! Whoa! Its pieces are still twitching as you devour them. You are filled with a strange heat, but it soon fades. How bracing! Other monsters comment on the new swagger in your step as you return to Omen. Alright? Well, that was fun. Still have a week left. You can go on a bunch more adventures. We did a footprint before, so let's go with this footprint. A spine doctor has asked you to catch a special fox. It limps, she says, and it coughs. I need it quickly, if at all. Why does she need this sickly fox? After it. Just go home. Why do you need a sickly fox? The spine doctor swats you away with one prickly arm. There's no time for questions. Get the fox, or don't. Alright. After it! You go forth into the forest trailing the fox. As you get closer, you catch a glimpse of its ragged ears between two trees. The fox is limping slowly. Get closer. As you draw near, you smell something sickly sweet. The fox slumps and vomits green matter onto the forest floor. Your claws tremble at the thought of touching it. Go back to the spine doctor and ask if it's safe. Pursue the fox to the ends of the forest and beyond. Chase the fox, but stop to wash your claws frequently. You don't want to get sick. Let's just chase it. It's fine. Fox sickness can't harm a monster. The fox tries to scare you off at the last moment by throwing up again, but you snatch it in your claws. Return to Omen and present the plague fox to the spine doctor. The doctor accepts the fox with delight. She nods to several patients waiting to see her. You see, friends? This one shows promise. Watch what she does with the fox. Spine doctor squeezes the fox, forcing it to throw up in a row of rat cages. She says, now I can use the rats to make medicine so we can cure animals we care about. Oh, what about the fox? Okay. What about the fox? Oh, okay. Let's go yell at someone. I'm frustrated. You're bringing home a human coat you found hanging on a tree when you see a cat waving at you. Cats are bad news. Get out of here. Wave back. The cat is standing on his hind legs, wearing human boots, and indeed is covered in human clothing artifacts. Save me, he cries, pointing at a wolf who has it cornered. Get the wolf! Another talking animal? Sure, why not? Tear it to shreds. Attack the wolf cautiously. Something's not right. Talk some sense into everyone. Attack cautiously. You leap on the wolf, keeping an eye on the cat. Good thing too, since the minute your back is turned, he tries to take the coat you found. Let the wolf go and attack the cat. Find the wolf. Abandon this entire situation. It's too confusing. Well, let's fight the wolf. You keep fighting the wolf, but after a moment, it dissolves into a cloud of oily green mist. The mist vanishes into thin air, and the cat is long gone as well. So confusing. Alright. What about politicking? Is there anything left here that looks fun? Running? Running looks fun. A small pack of elder monsters are huddled at the edge of Omen, watching the woods and discussing something in hushed tones. Listen in. Elder Hamrag is saying, "This could simply be a rumor. We don't know they're out there for sure. Leave it be. Ask what's going on." Hamrag says, "Some of the younger monsters have seen others in the whale mist. Monsters from no town we know of. Thin and cold, without food and shelter. Suggest everyone be on guard. Offer to host any homeless monster in your hovel. Promise you'll remember the warning." I will host a homeless monster. The elders are impressed by your unusual offer. They look at each other, then shift the conversation in the same direction. If the strange monsters come into Omen now, they won't be met with violence. Alright. Sneaky face? Gobclaw shows off a human doll she found in the last hunt. A crowd of elders and other monsters gathers around you, chattering excitedly. Indeed. She asks if you think it might be good to show the doll to some of the monsterlings. Let them see a human-shaped thing without actually seeing a real human, you know? Educational. Absolutely, because... Probably not, because... Absolutely! Gobclaws can see that you're bringing some science here. She hangs on your words, as does the rest of the crowd. Humans are so cuddly and cute. They should know what a human looks like, so they don't freeze the first time they see a real one. Wow, cleverness max! Oh, we're so smart. Gobclaws nods. Good point! We want the young ones to avoid humans, but not to be so frightened that they do anything foolish. Gobclaw says, "You're wiser than me." The rest of the monsters nod, half-heartedly, but you can tell they appreciate your insight. Alright. Exploring? I want to be surprised. You spy a wolf pacing inside a small wooden cabin. From within the building, you hear the bleating of goat kids. Watch the wolf. Work with the wolf to get the goat kids. Attack the wolf while his back's turned. I want to watch first. He's trying to get in, but the goat kids have barred the door. Alright, so now... Gosh, I wish I could see where my scores are! Let's work with the wolf. The wolf accepts your offer of assistance. He growls, "I'm glad you're reasonable. Some monsters would just attack me." It's the wolf's lucky day, then. The wolf snarls, "How should we finish this hunt? I can block them while you climb. Got any better ideas?" Lure the goat kids out with a clever ruse. Get in through the roof while the wolf keeps them from escaping. Yeah, I'm pretty clever, so let's lure them out with a clever ruse. You and the wolf pretend to fight, going so far as to draw blood with your jaws and claws, and then run off in opposite directions. Lurk. The goat kids emerge from the cabin, relieved to escape their fate, and you and the wolf close in on them from your hiding spots. Kill! Let them go. We're gonna kill them. Sorry. You slaughter the goat kids and eat them up. The wolf leaves with one carcass in his jaws to share with his pack. Alright. Explore again. Shifty face. You scoop a big fish from the forest stream. As you're about to bite into it, it says, "Wait, I'm magic! I can grant you a wish!" Sounds legit. Believe the fish. Dispute this spurious claim. All I wish for is something to eat, you snarl. The fish realizes what you mean as you bite into it. Oh, I thought we were gonna have a better discussion about things. You're not kind. Super clever. Pretty, woo! 93 out of 100 are so brave. Ferocious. And has our honesty. Yo, look at us, we're doing so good. We're well respected. Everything but kind. Okay. Well, the kind, okay. Let's explore. One last time. Let's do shifty face. I like the shifty faces. You come upon a scene of hundreds of frogs, all gathered on a stream bank. They're rippeting back and forth in what is clearly a debate of some kind, watched by a stork. What are they arguing over? Eat the stork! Don't waste your time. What are they arguing over? Half the frogs surround a log as though it is their leader. The other half are huddled at the feet of the somewhat bemused stork. What do frogs think of monsters? That stork looks delicious! Grab it and have a snack. Wait and listen. Talk to them. What do frogs think of monsters? Frogs are afraid of anything bigger than them, which includes every monster ever. And every monster ever includes you. Alright, they're fraidy frogs. Alright, well, let's wait and listen. Try as you might, you can't translate their croaks into intelligible language. They do start jumping up and down on the log. Watch further. The stork takes a long step and impales 3 frogs on its beak. It throws its head back, tossing the frogs into the air and snaps them up. Ew. As the other frogs flee, the bird devours several more the slowest. Might as well eat the stork. Okay. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Oh no! Stay inside and think about this. Go see the spine doctor. Embrace your fate. You go see the spine doctor? The spine doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood, and you'll either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. What happens to monsters who dissolve? What happens to monsters who ascend? Will the doctor do something to stop the process? Return to your hovel and prepare? What happens to monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend will become elders and live on to steer the fate of monster kind. Dissolve? Their bodies melt into the spawning vat where their memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels. The doctor do something to stop it. There is a treatment that might stop your dissolution. Learn more? The treatment involves an extraction taken from the tentacle ferns that grow into the whale mist. Well, I don't know. No, we're gonna face it head on. Return to your hovel. The doctor bids you good luck as you depart. It's about that time. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Refuse to go! Go with them to dissolve or become an elder? Ask them to come back later. We'll go with them. No fear! Show no fear! The elders of Omen surround you in the spawning vat. They built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Examine the cauldron. Be tested. Try to ascend to elder status. Dissolve. Become one with the spawning vat. Last chance to run. Flee into the wilderness. Let's examine the cauldron. The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale mist. It's empty now, but soon it will hold blood and slime from many monsters. Alright. You tested. Try to ascend to elder status. A masked elder comes forward. She says, it's time to decide. All the elders growl and snarl. Watch. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid spatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. Is that blood or slime? I can't be sure. Depends on how much she respects you. Go on. The masked elder asks, who has already decided the fate of this monster? Wait. A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. More waiting. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, choose one. Chance will guide your way. Look at the stones. Each stone is stained with an old paw and polished with a touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. Pick a stone that looks good. As you reach for the stones, someone shrieks in the distance. All eyes turn in that direction. You realize you can peek under the stones if you're quick. Cheat and peek under the stones. Resist the temptation. You wait a moment, and the shrieking dies away. All the elders turn back to watch you. Choose the next stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding one claw up, speaking intently. The masked elder says, honesty. But you have just passed that test. Choose the next stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster frowning in concentration. The masked elder says, we will test your cleverness. Be tested. The masked elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks, then performs a complex dance. You've never seen these steps before, she says. Now you do it. Copy every noise and movement. Yeah! You are a dancing fiend! Light applause washes across the crowd. You knew you could do it. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. Dance over to the cauldron. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. Look in the cauldron. Drink the portentous infusion. It's quite full, and there's far more blood in there than slime. Okay, Drink the pretentious infusion. If there's enough blood in it, you'll ascend. You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You are an elder now. Yay! Oh, we're so clever and ferocious. Mostly honest too. I wonder if we could have even, like, faked it. Probably best we didn't. You are now an elder. You are welcome in Znak, the oldest of the monster towns. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. Alright. This is awesome. I wasn't sure I'd actually get this far. Woo! Alright, everyone, but I think I'm going to end this episode here. So, next time, for sure, we're actually going to finish off this Let's Play and see what happens with our interactions with the humans. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!